The grass is always greener on the other side, or is it really? If you're a brand manager, a marketing director, or maybe a CIO or a CTO, you may be wondering if your contact center that you're currently using is really the best choice and option for you, especially as we move into this new era. There's a new end user, a lot of new technology out there. Are they really appropriate for you? Can they help you go to the next level? That's when you need to speak to Kent Stormberg at Epic Connections. Kent, tell us, do people really need to be moving around a lot? What's a good thing to let them know that they should be looking at an alternative contact center?
Well, I think with a lot of clients, unfortunately, in the call center space, a lot of call centers have only maybe 3 to 5 core competencies, and in many instances, a client will choose a call center with a specific program with specific requirements, and that call center, obviously it's competitive and it's a challenging environment, so many call centers will overreach what their core competencies are and their expertise and experience.
So they just oversell, basically.
Yeah,
they just tell them we can do all this stuff, and really they can't necessarily do it.
Absolutely. I mean, and especially some of the larger call centers where it would appear that they would have the core competencies and be all things for all people, but that's really the biggest issue between clients and call centers. That's the dynamic that occurs where you do see a lot of turnover in this industry.
And when somebody is looking for a new contact center and they think, you know, we just got to be able to do better than this. The reports aren't that great. It seems like the frontline agents are as sharp as we thought they were. What's the first step other than contacting Epic Connections? I mean, should they be looking at one final variable or scanning the universe, or how do they know whether it's time to move forward on a new search?
Well, there's a lot of different variables. The key is you want to make sure that the technology is there, the IVR, the chat capability, the messaging platform, as well as the requirements. So if the requirements require that training is 2 weeks and it has to be a WebEx or face-to-face, if it's a situation where the reports have to be real-time and the call center only has batch reports. So a number of various different variables come up. We ensure that we get the right requirements up front from the client. We also ensure that the client has the opportunity to talk to the different options that we bring to the table, the various different call centers we bring to the table.
Right.
And generally speaking, in a 3 to 5 week period of time and process, we're able to nail down what those specific requirements are and able to go out into our network and identify the right call center for their needs.
When they start going forward and they're using Epic Connections to kind of look around, and obviously they appreciate the time that you're saving them, what are they looking for? Is it always lower costs? Is it agents that can speak well to their customers? Is it a better sense of actionable report? What are the priorities these days when people move to a new contact center?
Many times it's not cost, although I think that's a variable that always has to be taken into consideration. I think the customer experience. The bottom line is customer experience and ensuring that that customer experience is at a level that the client's looking for.
Yeah. You know, the word customer engagement has come up again and again as we talk about building relationships, acquiring and retaining customers. What's your take? Everybody has a different definition of how to engage a customer, what it means, especially when you get on the contact center side. What's your take on that word?
Well, we feel that the consumer these days is mobile. And they're connecting through various different channels, through iPad, iPhones, their laptops. Some prefer chat, some self-service. They don't want to really talk to a live agent. They feel a lot more comfortable going through an electronic interaction to resolve their issues. So again, it's a mobile society, and it's changing every day to a point where many generations, the generation behind us, really is more of a self-service generation that wants to handle their problem through chat, through text, and doesn't really want to talk to a live agent. So call centers are changing as a result.
Yeah, and do all of the contact centers that you work with, do they fully get that? Are they reflecting that reality, or are they still trying to assimilate it and understand what to do?
Well, it's still a challenge, and they're still trying to assimilate. They're still looking at various different ways. they're reaching to us, as a matter of fact, to let them know kind of what the trends are, what the direction is, and we feel that our call centers and our network is getting it.
They're
the thought leaders. They're out front, and we feel that as a service, that's what we provide. We help them move in those directions.
All right. Well, Kent Stormberg with Epic Connections, he's in the vortex. He's right at the middle. He's the bridge, all right? The bridge between many clients, large organizations who are looking for a new way to engage that customer, as Kent just explained. So call Epic Connections. Kent Stormberg will be happy to point you in the right direction. He's the Sherpa guide you need going forward into the future. I'm Lynn Hinderrocker.